fuck it, we're going. It's here. This is it.
It's already started.
It's just started.
All right. All the babies bop that pussy like this.
Shake your body, don't stop, don't. This is actually a musical podcast. So I don't know what you guys. I don't know what you were told about this. All we do is sing early 20-teens hits. A lot of Katy Perry. Don't drop that. Don't do it. Right?
Really big men getting our voices really high.
Do you think that you could be an immigrant in a foreign country?
God, no. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Could you be an Arab in France?
No, they don't like.
No.
France doesn't fuck with the Arabs.
They're like 1960s America.
It's very strange too, because you don't think of France as like a place where
it's the city of love. You'd expect them to be like, "Hey, what's up? Give me a hug."
They banned headdresses. Like Muslim women aren't allowed to wear headdresses, and that's been around for a while too. Like, but I think it was before a lot of the terrorist attacks that happened there.
Hey, that hat you're wearing? Take it off.
Take it off.
Or you'll go to prison.
It's just so strange to me that they would care. Like, what's the point behind being like, you can't wear that?
I don't know.
Have you noticed most religions have some form of silly hat? Like the Pope, he's got his big little chef hat. You know? And then Jews, they have the yarmulke.
Yeah.
And then Muslims have the headdress. And then I believe Hindus.
Is it a turban? I don't want to be.
Hindus have turbans.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be.
I don't believe most Muslims. Muslims do have like a sort of yarmulke though. It's like a.
Oh, it's almost like a I know what you're saying.
The little net thing.
Yeah.
It's like they have a doily.
Yeah.
A religious doily.
Interesting.
Yeah, that shows how much we know about the Abrahamic religions. You know, they got one of those things.
The ones that matter.
You know, I was listening to Rick Astley's "Never Give You Up," "Never Gonna Give You Up" song the other day. You are never gonna let you down. Never
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
it's genuinely a good song, and I'm very sad that like it was ruined by the internet.
Who ruined it?
Like Rickrolled. Like whenever like someone would be like, click on this link to see like Scooby-Doo's tits. And then you click on it, and then it just turned out to be like da 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 da. You'd be like, son of a bitch, I got Rickrolled. But it's genuinely a good song, and so I'm sad that like people just don't like it because of that.
I'm gonna segue here.
Mm-hmm.
The picture that went around school when we were like sophomores, and they were like, "Yo, like I can't believe this picture of you's on Facebook." And then you click on it, and it's just that enormous black man with that huge hog, and it was just like landing off the bed. And
OG Mudbone.
everybody, was that who that was?
I believe that was OG Mudbone.
And
I
you
think that was
just,
his name.
no matter how straight you are, you looked at that for like 3 seconds. You're like, man.
So I do know a little bit about if this is actually it's not his name, but I know a little bit of a story about this man. That was OG Mudbone. That was his name.
Oh,
So he has passed away since the taking of that photo.
what?
And the photo didn't really pop off until after he had passed. It was like something that kind of happened after like how Van Gogh's paintings became really world renowned after he died.
Okay, I'm not trying to be insensitive though. Did he die because of the penis?
Penis was fake. In that photo, the penis was in fact it was not real. It was not still good sized penis, but it was not that big. And so, of course, like it became like this huge meme, and like people were like selling T-shirts with like his picture on it, and throw pillows, and so like his wife was like, can someone like just give us like a little bit of that money, please? Because like they're like broke, and they're like, you guys are all profiting off of like my dead husband's image. And like, there's no way for us to like collect. It's like a really kind of sad story about the porn industry. Porn's not all the fun you think it is.
Oh, really? They're not enjoying that?
I mean, you'd think.
I
You'd
don't know.
assume.
I do not know.
I
Some
like.
of the shit that they have to do, man.
I didn't think like whenever someone said like porn was like adult film and like they would be like adult actors.
Yeah.
I was always like they're not acting. Because you just think about like that first like really shitty intro scene where they're like, I didn't order a pizza. But like if you're actually having sex with a dude who put his dick through a pizza box and like pretending to like it, that's acting to me. I recognize that now in my older age that I couldn't do that. It's like something if the breeze hits my backside a little weird while I'm having sex, I go, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, I'm done. So that's acting. Porn is acting.
I hate the, hey, there's a big box out here. I'm gonna pick it up for you, bring it inside, give him the eyes.
And his
And
dick
then
is
it's
in
just
that
like, then
box.
the dick is in the box.
It's like, how did you do that?
Yeah,
How did
it
you
doesn't make any sense.
Why would you do that anyway?
And that shit is all like sexual harassment. Like you're going to prison for this shit.
Yeah, no.
But
Porn,
it's a fantasy.
porn really sets you up for failure. If you're a young boy and you're like, all I have to do is just sneak up on her with it. That's how I'm gonna get my dick sucked. It's not asking for permission. It's stuffing it into something that she's gonna use.
It all makes sense now because everybody watches porn.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I had an ex who did not watch porn.
I feel like it's different for girls.
I feel
Not
like it's.
totally different, but
I feel the goal of the content of it is different. Because I feel like for a lot of guys, like it's like, I just want to see, like a chick getting like railed.
okay.
Because then you can project yourself onto a black guy's dick, even though we're both white. And so you're like, yeah, that's what it would be like for me too. And I feel like women, it's different. It's not like I want to be in that position necessarily. It's more I want to watch the scene.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know shit about anything. So women might be out there and be like, no, I'm thinking about getting railed like that. But I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like a lot of the time it's more the stimuli itself.
I feel like trying to understand women in this regard is just completely like we are off base almost 100% of the time. We never know what they want. We never know.
Most of the time it's choking for some reason. When did you finally figure out that when they asked to be choked, it wasn't they want you to put pressure on their larynx, it's they want you to grab the sides of their neck?
I never actually had that problem. I just kind of went for it. Apparently it was right, so.
No, I fucked up hard. For a while.
I was actually killing bitches.
Well, like, the first time I ever got asked to, like, choke somebody, like, we were having sex, and she just was like, I want you to choke me. And I just went, no. No. I kept doing my thing, and then she grabbed my wrist and, like, put it around her throat, so I stopped immediately. And she's like, I want you to do it. Why aren't you doing it? I'm like, because, look, I am gigantic. And I have the upper body strength of a small Taiwanese child. So all it's going to take is for one elbow to give out, and all of a sudden I crush your larynx. And I got to stand over you like Lenny did the puppies, being like, you got to get up. You'll probably be okay. You got to get up. But then that's a problem. That I don't want to have to deal with. But then, even after that, I was like, we'll try it different ways. And no one had the balls to tell me it's not like that until, God, I'd probably say like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, where finally someone was like, "You're not supposed to press down on me." I'm like, "That's not it." It's like, no, it's just it's like a turtleneck pressure on the veins. And I went, that makes a lot more sense, actually. I don't know. No one ever explains that shit to you.
You're the guy in the hotel room with the belt that takes it a little too far and doesn't wake up.
Oh my God, yeah. If I ever got into erotic asphyxiation, I would die almost immediately. I'd be like, what do you mean I'm not supposed to do the buckle? That's the whole point of the belt, is to do the buckle up.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we got a a couple days here. I'm really disappointed that Josh isn't here.
I am too.
Yeah, Josh, if you end up listening to this, go fuck yourself. Oh my!
And how about texting every once in a while?
My family has a birthday to celebrate. Yeah. I have important things to deal with my life that don't revolve around getting fucked up at a lake. Okay. Okay. Sure.
Of all the people, though, did you really like? Which one of the group did you see being successful? I always thought it was John.
I mean, John's successful.
He is.
He's got a girlfriend that loves him. He's got friends that care about him. He's got a degree.
He works at, like, Uber Eats.
It's a bad economy.
Alright, it is a bad economy.
It's a tough time.
Not ripping on you, John. I'm just saying.
I think he's got it the most figured out of any of us.
Oh, without a doubt.
All the other listeners out there that are listening, aren't you so happy we're having a very intimate two-person conversation about people you don't know? It's great content.
Or can you even begin to understand?
I had some stuff I wanted to tell you here. Oh, I saw this guy. I see this a lot on Twitter. That like girls will post like a picture of themselves on Twitter, and it's like it's supposed to be kind of like a thirst trap or something, or maybe just like they're like, I'm feeling pretty, and guys will go underneath and be like, what's up, or like they'll slide in their DMs and be like, baby, you want some of this?
Oh my god.
And I just don't know where the confidence comes, because like I can understand having enough confidence to like talk to somebody. Like you need that base enough. Like being shy and not being able to make conversation with somebody is weird. But having the confidence to look a woman who is just way out of your league physically and be like, I know you want some of this dick. Like,
it's like they only thing, like they just think that like they're the only male following this person, and like there's a reason for this being on their feed.
That, and then also I just don't, because for me personally, if I see someone who is like supermodel level attractive, just way out of this league, there's no part of me that goes like, I should go talk to her. What goes through my head is, you'll never be able to ever be with her, so why even entertain the idea?
It's all, like, it is all opportunity. It is all opportunity. No. And I'm saying this, like, if they're, for instance, I'll use how I met my girlfriend, crying in a hallway.
No, this doesn't sound good to start. It's all about opportunity. You find a broken woman.
No. That did not happen. It did not happen. In fact, literally showed that I wasn't about having sex with her the first night, and that made her come back. Because I was just like, hey, you look upset. You're too pretty to be upset. Like, let's go for a walk. And that comment right there actually would have been enough if I was a woman to be like, you said that. That's weird. I'm going to leave. But no, I just walked around for like hours, brought her back home, and it's like she like stepped into the doorway like you're not coming in, and I didn't try to. I stayed back against the wall. I was like, all right, you have a good night. Like, I'll see you around. Ended up getting her number. Better, like, too attractive for me to be dating her.
You're a good-looking guy. You got muscle. You got muscles. You look good.
All the wrong places.
Nah. Thick. A thick daddy.
The hockey player ass is a real disease, by the way. It's not like a good thing. Like girls say, like, "Oh, you got cake." No. Nope. All I have is problems finding fucking pairs of jeans that fit.
Man, I thought for sure once I retired, once I hung up the skates, and I just let it be for a while, my legs would start to shrink. No, they're not going to ever. I'm going to have gigantic thighs for the rest of my life, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I look like if Slender Man was a cyclist. It's disgusting.
Oh god! Did you ever play that game?
Slender Man?
Oh my god!
fucking terrifying.
I hated like looking up at the ridge line and just seeing him like 60 feet in the air, just like hanging over you.
I remember my freshman year of high school when I was at Falmouth. We like that was really popular then, so I had it on my laptop and I was playing in a study hall, and my study hall teacher was very much like, find some work to do. Like you'll always have something. There's no reason for you to ever not be doing work. And so I would always sit towards the back of the class. Mm-hmm. I remember playing it, and I had my headphones in, and I was just really into it. And so much so I kind of forgot where I was. So when Slenderman snuck up in that little bathroom place that you would get in, I went in there for a note, found it, turned around immediately. He was there. I went, ah! And my teacher just turned around and was like, "What are you doing? Huh? Does not work." And I was like, "It's you're right. You're right. It's not work."
Did you do what everybody else did though, and just keep playing?
Yeah.
Oh god, that was always the best. Like they always threaten you, like, we can see your screens. Like we have somebody monitoring your screens throughout the day.
I did remember seeing quite a few, because I remember I would go down to the computer science guy's room. And like he could like actually look at people, but he never snitched, because I remember one time he was looking at a girl who was just playing with Photo Booth on her laptop. Like for like a solid 5 minutes, he was just like, "Is she gonna turn it off like anytime soon? Like she's not even taking photos; she's just messing with the filters."
I think it's hilarious, like, and it's also super creepy to think that there's like a 50-year-old like tech whiz just sitting there that sees everything that you're looking at.
Yeah. And
there's still those fucking idiots, like, even with that knowledge, or like their search history, they're like, "Oh, my computer's broken, the internet sucks." They're like, "Okay, well, is there anything in your history that I'm going to see that you don't maybe want me to see when I reboot this or try to figure out what the problem is?" They're like, "No, it's fine." And then it's just 300 links to Pornhub.
Let me answer your question with a question, I guess.
Okay.
How do you feel about 2 girls, 1 cup? If we're cool about that, then you're probably not going to mind the rest of my search history. I remember in middle school, I went over to a friend's house, and their older brother and his friend like pinned me down on the ground and took my laptop and then looked up Meatspin on it, which was just that website of like a dude doing a helicopter dick, and it would just count the rotations. And he just made me sit down until it hit to 69.
You can close your eyes?
Well, yeah, of course I, like, closed my eyes, but, like, he was like, "You can't turn it off until it hits 69. I was, like, maybe, like, 11.
Oh, God. And I thought it was you getting raped in middle school. That's probably where you went wrong sexually.
That was high school. I made it out of middle school just fine.
Wait, who in high school did this to you?
It was the first girl I dated.
No. Wait. I thought you were a freshman at...
Yeah, Falmouth.
You came in as a sophomore?
Technically.
Okay.
Then I repeated because I was planning
That's why.
Because I was planning on spending 4 years there, because prep school hockey in Maine is the best hockey that you could play, according to people who probably shouldn't be named on this podcast.
I mean, honestly, hey, what else in Maine is there?
There's nothing.
Public school sucks.
Public school would be fun, though.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, if I could go back and play forward.
I was a goon. I was an absolute goon. And I would never want to play in that.
I mean, I would want to play.
That's all it is goons.
I want to play as a forward.
Yeah.
I remember...
Let the sword jump into the fans that are all just mildly stoned.
Who was... There was like a thing... Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Oh, did you see Trump pardoned Susan B. Anthony today? She was arrested in 1870-something for illegally voting in the presidential election because it was illegal for women to vote back then. She was a big part of the suffragette movement.
What? Why does that fucking, like... I don't want to say why does it matter, because I don't want to be insensitive to the times or whatever, but, like, what, why the fuck does it matter?
It really, like, pardoning her does not really matter.
Doesn't matter.
I think he's just trying to win the women's vote.
The women's vote.
Because the conventions are going on right now.
Oh, my God.
So I think that was his big, he's like, women are going to love this.
What did he just go up to his advisors? He's like, find me a fucking woman that I can pardon.
Yeah, and not one that's alive right now. One that's dead and has been for a long time.
So it literally means nothing.
Yeah. Also, on top of that, like, a lot of people don't like Susan B. Anthony now because she was very racist. She was not woke, as some people would say. She wanted to vote, but she didn't care if, like, black people had rights. So...
Isn't that ridiculous? Like,
Walt Disney hated Jews. Him, Henry Ford, and fuck, there was one more. There was, like, the big three of anti-Semitism in the early 30s.
The Fordster?
Yeah, Henry Ford, the man who invented, like, the T-Mobile. Like, huge he, like, donated... He got a letter from Hitler. It was like, congratulations, he was honored by the SS for, like, his work to, like, curb the Zionist pigs, I guess. I don't know.
People are so fucking stupid. People are stupid.
Oh, they sure are. We were talking about this last night, but it makes me giggle, the fact that Australia started out as just... like an island of criminals, drunks, and wildlife that just want to kill everybody, and now they're like a cool vacation spot everyone wants to go to. And then thinking like that probably means Guantanamo Bay is going to be bumping in like 100 years.
You know what the best part of Australia is to me is, like, when you think of Australia, what is the animal that you think about?
Kangaroo.
Obviously, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling my roommate at a school that I previously went to. And I go, man, like, I really want to see kangaroos. And he, like, very loudly, like, fuck kangaroos. And I was like, what? He's like, you guys all love them. They're fucking rodents. And I'm like, why? They're like, they're everywhere. They're always in the road. He's like, I aim for them with my car. I was like...
That's bananas. Just because kangaroo are, like, the size of deer, and deer will fuck up your car.
It's like... All I can picture is, like, the Jack, like, the boxing kangaroo. Just, like, one time, just, like, fuck this kangaroo. Like, the guy that, like, punched it in that video.
That classic. I've had kangaroo steak before. It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's, like, buttery. It's very delicious. I really enjoyed it.
Buttery. I'm a very, like, texture person when it comes to eating. Like, me and guacamole, I don't fuck with it.
Okay, how about this? Do you like hummus?
Love hummus, though.
That's strange, because I find a lot of the time people who don't like either one of those don't like the other. Like, if you don't like hummus, you don't like guac, and if you don't like guac, you don't like hummus.
I don't know why. It's kind of like avocado. Avocado fucks me up, but, like, on some things I can deal with it.
Maybe it's the fact that it's, like, it's a firm squish. You know?
Yeah. And the firm squish is, like, it totally feels like... When you bite into a thin chocolate into caramel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how I would describe that.
I think that's a pretty accurate.
Man, I should write a book.
Mouthfeel by Kristen Tyler.
An audiobook has to be all ASMR.
I saw this Apple commercial the other day where this guy... Actually, fuck that. I watched Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
It's way better. No, it's not good. I watched the first season. It's not good.
It is good.
It
is good by today's standards.
It's
good.
Entertaining if you've never seen a movie or TV show ever.
I am emotionally invested in Klaus's well-being. That guy rocks.
Klaus and Five are the only two people I like.
Okay.
Everyone else can suck a dick.
Okay. That's fair. Luther's a big baby.
Basically. And then also, like, it's just so predictable.
Yeah.
Like, you just knew from the beginning, as soon as they introduced Ellen Page having no powers, it's like...
She's gonna have powers, yeah. No,
she's gonna be the cause of the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Yep.
And, like, there's a lot of dialogue that you can just, like, predict that they're gonna say these things.
Well, here's the thing, though. At what point in history do we run out of original ideas?
It's not about... Because the idea itself is original. Like, the idea of, like, time travel and, like... It's an original idea in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
But they use a lot of cliches in it.
Okay, but here's also the thing. You say predictable. If it wasn't predictable and it was just sprung on you out of nowhere, you'd like it more?
I'd like if I couldn't tell what was gonna happen. Because at that point, I'm basically like... The reason you can have a TV show where they have, like, these kind of, like, deep emotional moments that take, like, a few minutes to play out, like a scene, is because you're like, I need to figure out, I need to listen to this, and, like, no, like, maybe this has something to do, like, maybe there's a hint. But, like, if you don't have that, you can basically just skip around all the action parts, which is what I did. Like, after, like, the first, like, I think 6 episodes, I was just like, I'm not sitting here listening to people talk about their relationship problems, because, like, I get it, like, you guys... used to be kind of a thing, and then you told you weren't, and then one of you moved, and the other one never moved on, and, like, I don't need to hear you guys play out the thing I already know was going to happen.
I think it's just all goes down to your, like, inability to feel emotion.
I am not a sociopath. I feel emotion.
You maybe are a little bit of a sociopath.
No, I feel emotion. I'm not on the spectrum. I have emotions. I can feel them. I connect to people. Fuck off.
Here's my visual cues again.
Fuck off. Also, as long as there's political stuff to talk about, I guess.
Oh, God.
Michelle Obama came out and said that Trump's in over his head. And it's like, is that really? Did no one else know that? Was that? Is that news? Is that? That's really the big punch you want to hit him with? It's like, he seems to not really know what's going on. It's like, yeah, no shit. Michelle, where have you been for 4 years? We've been out here living it.
We have, too. Fuck. If she ran for president...
A lot of people thought that she might have been the VP choice.
Fuck. I really wish that they would just get rid of Numbnuts 1 and Numbnuts 2 and put somebody in there that actually, like... This whole, like, right-wing, left-wing bullshit is pissing me off. Like, can you just all realize that each party has some good ideas and just come to, like, a mutual agreement, please?
No.
This is like kids on the playground, and it's such bullshit. They're, like, playing with our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page there, yeah.
Yeah, of course. They're twisted sociopaths who want to play God.
Absurd. Occasionally good at writing a speech.
When you first heard the term religious extremist, did you not think of, like, Jesus hitting, like, a 720 on a skating ramp? He on X Games mode.
I'm not gonna even...
Like Moses parting the Red Sea.
When I hear extreme, I think about that. When I hear extremist, I immediately knew that this isn't right.
Nah, I heard... the first time I ever heard religious extremists, I was like, are they just religious X Games people? We're gonna see Muhammad doing the slalom?
Him v. Shaun White. As he's trying to stab his kid.
Welcome back to the Religious Extremist X Games. Here with me we have God. God, what do you have to say? Silence as usual. Thank you, God. Today we're going to be watching Jesus Christ versus his half-brother Lucifer in the downhill motorbike race. Winner of this gets to claim Earth. So, fingers crossed for Jesus. Am I right? You're right, Bill. Bill, we've seen Jesus been crossed up one too many times here on these. Fun times, you know?
That went for a really, like, long go there. That was...
You know, sometimes you need to really work out the bits, you know? Then you just let them...
This is eventually, I know what this is going to turn into. This is going to turn into mini skits.
It's basically all I've ever wanted to do. I wish I had brought the paper up. I had written some stuff on there that I wanted to talk about, and now I can't think of it. Okay, this is a conversation you and me have had. A lot of this is stuff you and me have talked about before, but
Okay.
I'm gonna just hash it out for the
9th time?
the P-cast here. Yeah, probably close to the.
Okay.
If like your friend has an OnlyFans, do you
Fuck you.
Do you buy it?
Fuck you.
You don't even know the whole thing.
I know the whole thing.
I've heard it multiple times. If your friend has an OnlyFans, do you buy it to support their business, but not use the product because that would change the dynamic of your friendship? Or do you not buy the product and not support their small business?
We've talked about this. I would do it. I would just never use it. And don't give me this bullshit about, then you're not actually supporting it.
I mean, yeah, at that point, you're basically just giving them money.
Uh-huh.
But is that really supporting a business, or is that just, like, giving your friend money every month?
I would like somebody to give me money to support my business.
Of course, yeah, but then you would want them to, like, enjoy the product of your business. Or at that point, it's like an investment. It's like, I'll give you money so you can buy, like, lingerie, but then I want some of the
What's
proceeds
the
that come from that.
OnlyFans is like... Vocalize. What is it?
What OnlyFans is?
Yeah.
It's like kind of like Patreon, but I think most specifically for nude and like kind of like because you can see the profile, you can look individuals up, you can see the profile, and then they can like set up stuff to show you like in a preview, but then the rest of their content is behind a paywall. It's usually a monthly subscription, and then you could do other stuff like you could pay for like individual photos, videos. They could do live streams. Stuff like that. It's basically making the porn process individualized instead of like having to just throw it out there.
So it's like TikTok for nudes.
More like Patreon.
I don't know what that is.
Patreon is hopefully something, if people ever listen to this, that we could get on at some point. Because Patreon's like a website where people like pay to get like extra content. So like the podcast, we'd have like 3 episodes, and then on the Patreon there would be like bonus episodes and like extra content and stuff that unless you were paying for it, you wouldn't be able to see it.
You got to come up with a fake ad for them.
Oh,
If they like it, they might.
I had a couple fake ads. I wish I had brought the fucking paper up. I had it written down. Let's see if I can. Yeah. So a running bit that especially because it's about 33 minutes in here. A running bit that we're going to have here until someone actually sponsors us is fake ads. Where we're just going to talk immense shit about products and hope that they give us money to stop talking immense shit about their products. So we have one for Pedialyte. Pedialyte. For when you're 28 years old and you still black out on the weekends. Pedialyte understands that when you were in college, you could drink with the best of them and not feel a thing. But now that you're almost 30, you can't do that anymore, champ. But Pedialyte's got you covered. Why listen to your 2 last girlfriends that told you should probably go to AA when instead you could drink something that's meant for sick toddlers? Because Pedialyte understands, much like Peter Pan, you're never going to grow up. Yep. So we're gonna try to do a couple of those every once in a while, and if you guys like it, we could probably just do a whole Patreon episode of just nothing but those, because man, are they just fun to do.
Oh God, I gotta start writing some down. I realize I'm not the funny guy here. Like I'm definitely like the sidekick.
I'm finding this completely entertaining. We need to get this buddy. Tristan has a buddy that I met through Discord for the first time last night, and man, was he just so fun to talk to. He was talking about how he thinks that every individual state should be its own country. Just get rid of the federal government completely. And I said, that sounds good in theory until you realize Montana can't pay for anything without California's taxes. And he went, wait, Montana's a state? And I said, yes, what did you think it was? And he went, I thought it was just Hannah's last name. As in, Hannah Montana.
I love him.
I mean, man, is he just entertaining.
He works as a carpenter.
Jesus was a carpenter.
Just compared him to Jesus.
Oh no, I'm just saying they both had similar. I mean, Van Gogh and Hitler were both artists. I don't think I'm comparing the two of them though. Just had similar professions. Do you think that like when Hitler first rose to power, people like made jokes about it like when Trump did?
No, because they actually like all like at that point in time that was like a real like thing for them, was they were like brainwashed into. I feel like we're less as brainwashed as much as like everybody just kind of wanted to get away from like the bullshit, and they wanted somebody to just like say everything straight and didn't realize what they were getting into. With Trump, with him, it was like it was planned out. Like they would have.
Well, no, because I feel like the people that like Trump, and vote like they love Trump. The people that really like him, and I feel like that was kind of the same thing before Hitler kind of became Hitler, when he was just like, "What's up? I'm running for the Nazi Party." I think it was more like because people are always like. Especially when he got elected, people were like, "Oh, this is gonna be good for comedy, like, because it'll finally give us something that like comedians want to like punch at instead of like Obama." Where everyone was just like, "Oh, he's cool. He's our cool black friend, Mr. Obama." And now people, I think, kind of realize like there's no joking that you can do that'll ever be funnier than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, that fucking train video he tweeted the other day, bananas. I mean, that was one of the funniest fucking things. I saw that and I'm like, he's winning again.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it. But that's posting something as the President of the United States that looks like it was created in MS Paint.
Dude, how can either one of those parties look at these two candidates and go, man, I really want to like live in a country that these guys make for us?
Because they're doing very well in a country that these guys made for us. That's why. I don't understand why people would want to be president. You don't have, like, any real power.
No, and you're just, like, fucking miserable all the time.
Yeah. I'm also, like, I'm surprised that Trump is running again.
With all the bullshit that he's been through? Oh, it's just to spite people now. Like, well, he wants to get in there and just be like, "Hi, you gotta deal with 4 more years of me, motherfuckers."
Well, he loves the campaigning. That's what Trump loved in the beginning. It's what he still loves. Like, you see it, like, even when he was president, like, his favorite things to do outside of, like, going to Mar-a-Lago or golfing was to go to rallies.
Yeah.
Where he could, like, have an arena full of people cheering for him. And, like, everything he says, they go, like, "Woo! We're gonna build a wall!" But now that, like, COVID's happening, he really can't campaign like that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm surprised he's still in it. I feel like after, like, especially after those TikTok kids fucking punked his ass.
Yeah.
I felt like if, like, he definitely probably went back. He's like, why am I even doing this? Like...
Dude, here's what's even more terrifying. Like, that guy has done nothing but increase his standing his entire life. He's always just kind of like found the next rung, kept climbing. Where do you climb after this? Is he gonna try to take over the fucking world?
I could definitely see him if he wins another term, just being like, we're gonna figure out a way so I can run again for a third term. And I feel like, honestly, at this point, Republicans might let him. Because you remember, like, before he became, like, the nominee, like, how much everyone in the Republican Party talked shit about him? It was like, he's a con man, he's not good, he will run this country into the ground. He's an actual problem, like, he's a nightmare. Do not elect this man. Like, please, if it's not me, just anybody else. Mm-hmm. And then as soon as he got the nomination, Ted Cruz was like, I know he called my wife a fat dog, but what can I say?
What kind of spineless?
He's a good leader.
Oh my god. Spineless.
I don't know how
how
that's not something that gets brought up to him constantly.
Called my wife. If I'm her, divorce.
I don't think they believe in that.
That's true. But she's definitely at home, like, crying now. Just realizing, like, my fat husband won't protect my fat ass.
It sucks to be, like, a politician's family, I feel. Mm-hmm. Like, remember when the Obamas first left the White House? And was it Malia's the older one?
I don't know.
I think so. And she was, like, just doing, like, normal, like, college-age shit. Like, she went to, like, Lollapalooza in, like shorts and, like, a tank top. Mm-hmm. And people were like, she's dressing kind of provocatively. It's like, she's, like, 19. Fuck off. Yeah. Or, like, someone caught her, like, smoking weed once and, like, hanging out with her boyfriend. And people were like, Malia Obama smoking weed? And it's just like, let her be. Like, she didn't run for office. She didn't ask for any of this. She's just trying to have a good life.
Yeah. That would suck too. That really would suck.
Yeah.
Like having to go like places with like bodyguards and
Secret Service for like the rest of your life.
Yeah. God. Do they stick with them for the rest of their like life?
Yeah. Jimmy Carter still has the Secret Service agents. He's like 94 and should be dead.
That's crazy. Yeah. What do you make him do at that point? Like, nobody's fucking coming after me. Hey, you guys want to play poker?
I feel like you just kind of like. I feel like there's some that you could probably become friends with, but I feel like most of them, probably not.
Yeah. Sorry. Big text here.
Was the message?
The plane has landed on the runway. Successfully.
So is she here?
No. I'm saying like the previous conversation. We're gonna have to cut this. The previous conversation we had about her where she is right now, everything was successful.
Cool.
So we're doing good.
Solid. Alright. What? Oh, I was watching porn the other day. And I realized that, like, lesbian porn is just not for me. It's not that it's not, like, enticing or exciting. It's just I realize that, like, it's not made, like, I get the same feeling watching that as I do, like, watching, like, a Travis Scott music video.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, that looks like a ton of fun. But I just know I would, like, really be awkward and stick out in that situation. It's like, I want to be there, but I know it wouldn't go well. I feel like if I walked in on, like, two women hooking up, I would react the same way you react, like, when you walk in on someone, like, a work call.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, I was just, I'm sorry. I didn't know, you finish up. I was just wondering if you wanted me to start cooking dinner, but I see you clearly have already eaten out, so it's fine. You can just... It's fine.
You've been holding on to that one for a while.
I have. Like, all of these bits... It's just bits. It's nothing but bits. God, I really... Oh my god, I forgot to tell this story. This is a great if we're talking about idiots. I remember.
So we were a specialty in.
Yeah, God, I love dumb people. I'm an idiot myself, but I love like really dumb. I mean, man, is it fun to talk to them. There was this girl a couple years ago at a New Year's Eve party I went to who I didn't really know, but like, because I only knew like the person who brought me there, and so I'm making conversation, and I was asking if she was going to do the polar plunge the next day, which to people who don't live near an ocean, the polar plunge is on New Year's Day. Like you run into the ocean, just kind of like a fun thing you can do. And so I was asking her about it, and she said no, I wasn't planning on it, but I have like, and kind of unprompted almost. She was like, I have swam to Europe and back though. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. She went, yeah, no, I did. I started at the beach. I swam until I couldn't see land, and then I hit land, and then I swam back. I'm like, okay, there's a couple of different things that could have happened. You could have swam from one side of like the cove to the other side of the cove, because the beach is like curved. You could have swam out and hit like a sandbar or something, and then swam back.
Yeah.
There's no physical way you could have swam from Maine to Europe and then back. And she's like, no, I swear I did. I know I did. It was a long swim. Like, I realized it probably was a long swim. It was not that long. And so we're going back and forth on this. And finally, I just kind of snap. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to sell this. So I pull up a map of the world on my phone. And I just turn my phone to her and I go like, see, like here's Maine, here's Europe. And I swear to Christ, she put her fingers together, measured out the distance on my phone from Maine and Europe, and went, it's not that far. I almost lost my fucking mind. I was like, not that it's fucking what? Like, people had to like come in and be like, Jake, what's that? I'm like, I can't talk to her. I cannot talk to this woman. And some people might be out there being like, she was probably fucked up. We were like 15, so that no one was drinking, no one was doing drugs. This was a completely sober person's thought.
Oh, God. People like that should just be exterminated. This is where me and Bill Burr see eye to eye.
Honestly, after she did that, I would have been okay if she went, okay, maybe not Europe, but Greenland, definitely. I would have been, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, you swam to Greenland. You swam to Greenland and back. Sure. What's been like the moment you felt the dumbest that you can think of? Like a moment where you really were like, nah, fuck, I feel stupid.
First time I ever had sex.
That is a very, I got a story kind of like that.
Yeah, no, it felt horrible. And it was just like, it was supposed to be like this special thing, and I didn't understand. I didn't understand. I was like, dick, vagina, but no, I felt the
fuck Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Basically.
Get to the chopper!
It only took 30 seconds to get there. I'm leaving. Cleanup was the longest part.
Something that they don't teach boys in sex ed, which I feel is kind of an important thing, is that the vagina like goes in. Because I remember when I was 14 and like the first time I like tried to like finger somebody, I like put my hand down her pants and then I just kind of like spread the lips apart, and I thought that was just it. And so I just kind of like rubbed kind of just carelessly in the middle, because she still had her pants on, so I couldn't see anything. So I did that for like, I'm not kidding, a solid probably 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
And then she like texted me afterwards and she was like, I really liked how much like you teased me today. And I was like, that was teasing? I thought I did a fucking bang up job. It wasn't until the pants came completely off and I went, oh, there's a behind the bat cave sort of entrance we gotta look for here. Alright. Spread the waterfall open. You head on in. I get it. I feel like that's something they should teach boys in sex ed. It's an important lesson.
I don't know though, cause like there's a serious line now. Like a lot of sex ed teachers are like the health teachers get a lot of flack in schools nowadays.
I don't get.
And you can't do it. You just gotta let them figure it out on their own. Because then here's the thing: if you can't figure it out on your own, do you really deserve to get in there in the first place?
Yes.
No.
If you can't figure it out on your own, that's how kids get pregnant. Because they're like...
No, what I'm saying, like, they do that stuff. They're like, okay, condom and all that shit. But I'm saying, like, if you can't figure out how to make a girl climax on your own, you don't deserve to even get there.
Look, that's not fair, number one, to the women involved in this scenario.
What do you mean?
Because they shouldn't have to be the trial and error to... If a woman's vagina is the airplane, and you're saying that young boys should just try to write brothers that shit. Just try until you get it right.
There's going to be a lot of... there needs to be like an internet tutorial to teach this, so then all girls just get it all the time?
Yes!
This is not that way for guys either.
Guys are way
a lot
different.
Easier, but also still, for being fair, I have also received things that have not gone exactly the way they should have multiple times.
You could give a girl bopping instructions for a guy's dick, and you would still climax easier than if you gave a kid a very detailed, written down list of things to do to go down on a woman.
But
twist it.
Certain things.
Bop it. Pull it. You would finish in about 2 minutes.
Oh, God.
It's just not, it's not the same at all.
It isn't, you're right. But also, there is no right thing to do. It's all different for all girls. It's like, that's what I'm saying, is you just have to figure out what works for Z1.
Of course, everybody has a different recipe to bake cakes.
Yes.
But the base ingredients are still the same.
Yeah.
And though everyone should learn that you need flour and eggs before you start throwing in, like, cocoa, sure. But just telling a guy, like, bake me a cake, and he's like, how do I do that? It's like, fucking you figure it out.
I guess. I never had somebody teach me.
I
just kind of figured it out. And it wasn't even like, I was never a porn guy. Really wasn't.
I was so, like, when I think back on it, so bad. Like, I feel if so badly for, like, anyone out there.
Yes.
Like, definitely,
yes.
I apologize. There was a lot of doing the fucking overhand fucking fingering, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like you're trying to, like, get the coins out of a soda machine. Like, that's not how you do that. No. When you're in a cutscene in a video game and it says hit X and you're like, fuck. That's not it either.
So...
I feel so bad.
when they... I don't remember what it was, though. I guess I kind of lied, but there was this video, there's a comedian that I watched, I think it was Ralphie May. Okay?
Yep.
Was doing this thing, and
Yeah.
I saw that on Netflix, and I was like, around when I should be starting to have my sexual experiences, and I'm like, okay, so, like this.
No, not like that at all. Not like that at all. That's a horrible idea.
No, it didn't work, and it was weird.
Oh, God. Just so violent. I feel so
There
bad.
was blood.
Oh. No. There wasn't actual blood. That was just the movie that was playing.
Yeah.
There would be blood. That's when I lost my virginity, too.
Oh, man.
Men should limit alcohol to 1 drink a day, federal community says. The reduction from the current recommended limit of 2 drinks a day matches the guidance for women and reflects scientists' evolving thinking on moderate drinking. Well, I don't think that's cool, so I'm going to ignore it.
Can you, wait, repeat, please.
It's supposed to say, like, if you want to, like, live a healthy life and still consume alcohol, you should have no more than 1 drink a day.
Okay, what if you just save it up? So, like, for a month I'm not going to drink, so on that last day I can just go hard.
I don't think it rolls over like vacation time.
Okay. That sucks.
It rolls over like minutes on a phone plan.
I'd love for that to happen. My God. That's what my mother does. It's
Your mother just saves all of her drinks.
So she's only allowed to have 2 right now a week.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, I can have 2 glasses of wine. So what I did was I went to the like Hallmark store or whatever the hell the paper store or some shit like that, and I found the biggest friggin' glass of wine I could find, and I brought it home, and sure as shit, man, like, she was just like, yep, that's pretty much what I was just gonna do anyways, and a whole bottle fit in that glass, and I swear to Christ, man, she filled that fucking thing all the way to the top, and she drank it. She's absolute legend. That's my one glass. Drunk for 3 days, but there's her one glass.
You know what? Get after it. You do what you need to do. Fucking, if you want to get twisted up, Stacy, you get fucking twisted up.
Who needs fucking livers, anyways?
God, we got about 5 minutes left to entertain the people.
It's been that long already?
Yeah,
hey, this is, you know.
I mean, this definitely isn't our best episode, I think.
Horrible, man.
We've tried recording this quite a few times, because I thought that this would just be, you know, you plug in some mics, you hit record, and then it sounds all great. Not the case. Not the case at all. So I just got a mixer, which is helping with the sound quality a lot. But that also means that we've gone over most of the topics. There's nothing really new in the news.
No.
The Postal Service is going away.
Ridiculous.
Which, I mean,
makes no sense.
I saw someone say that, like, the Postal Service is, like, required by the U.S. Constitution. Like, it's in there. That's not really true. It gives the President and the United States Congress the power to install Postal Service. It doesn't say anything about taking away the Postal Service, though. So I think what they're saying is that you have the right to set it up, but not the right to take it away.
And here's what I want to understand. Like, does he not realize that, like, I create jobs?
Well, this is all just about him not wanting to lose his election. Like, this is very much like voter tampering.
Yeah.
Because he's like, if I can stop people who are legitimately scared of COVID, which are, for the most part, left-leaning people, from going out and voting, because they won't go to the booths, they'd rather do voted mail. And if they can't have mail, then I'm safe.
That's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, it's hilarious if you're like, man, I sure thought Pol Pot was funny. Sure thought that Mussolini cat was a real hoot. It's funny then. But, like, at this point, I'm just... Like, where are we going to draw the line with just, like...
Stupid bullshit?
Yeah, because it's not even sneaky. Like, Watergate was sneaky.
Yeah.
Watergate was like, I'm going to have someone tap the... This man's just going on Fox News and being like, yeah, I'm not going to let people vote by mail because I don't want them to. It's like, what? He's saying it. He's just saying it out loud.
Hey, that's what everybody loves about him. Not hiding shit. For sure. Every thought that he has throughout the day is on Twitter.
Man, if he wasn't president, would be an entertaining dude.
Without a doubt. Wasn't he at, like, WWE?
Yeah, he's done WWE. He's had multiple TV shows. He did the Donald Trump roast.
Oh, God. Was that good?
Not really. I mean, there was some good roast jokes in there, but, like, he wasn't good in it. Okay. But, you don't expect anything from him.
No. Expect nothing from him.
Well, that's it. Remember to thank our sponsor, Pedialyte. Pedialyte, for all of our alcoholics who just won't seem to quit. Pedialyte. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully, tune in next week.
Yee.
Yee.